set into like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. That's when I started to feel a way about a lot of things. And one of those things being like, oh my gosh, I have so much stuff. Why do I have all of these things? So many things that I have, you guys. And so many things that I have do not even serve purpose in my life. I'm talking about even as simple as having clothes from when I was like 16, 17. I will be 30 in a couple of months. That does not make any sense. Why do I still have clothes from high school? Haven't worn them in years. Can't fit them. Let it go, sis. I'm talking to myself, y'all. But so I started to kind of like go on another, personal journey of like decluttering and, letting go of things that no longer have value. Whether that's pictures and letters and papers, whether that's clothes, whether that's knickknacks, just really combing through, things and being like, there's no purpose for me to have this. Like, there's no reason for me to have this. And as hard as it has been these last couple years, you know what? I'm lying. It's probably like been my whole life. As hard as it has been trying to get rid of things, because I always have an issue. Like, I'll try to sit down and go through my clothes and get rid of things. And I'll have like maybe 100, articles of clothing. And I'll be like, okay, my goal is to get rid of 50. And you guys, I'll get rid of like 5 or 6. Like, I've really had this issue for a while. But once I really got into the mindset of, okay, I need to downsize. Like, this is not a game. Like, if I plan on living this way, there is no way I can have all of these things. And I shouldn't have all of these things anyway. Like, I should be thinking about bigger and better. Like, these things are replaceable. Like, every single thing that I'm thinking of letting go is replaceable. And replaceable in the fact that I can probably have bigger and better. So like, why am I holding on so tightly to things that I need to let go? And I did a episode. I don't know if I posted it. I probably didn't. There's a lot of stuff I have in the archive, guys, where there's like been episodes that I've recorded but did not put out there. And I'm working on that as well. But I know I definitely did an episode about holding on to things and people and emotions that you definitely need to let go of. So I will, edit that and get back to you guys. But yeah, it felt like a deeper agenda. It felt like a deeper, thing that I needed to tackle versus just thinking like, surface thinking like, hey, I'm trying to downsize, da-da-da. It's like, no, what is the reason why I'm keeping all these things? Like, what's going on? So for the first time ever, I got rid of the most clothes. I gave to Goodwill 6 trash bags. And I'm talking about those big black trash bags, like the big ones, of clothing. And it felt really good. Like, the day that I was going to drop off the stuff, I was so amped. I was so excited. Like, when I handed over the stuff to the people at Goodwill, like, I felt a huge weight, fall off my shoulders. I just felt like, yeah, I should do a lot more of this. Like, this should not be the last of, giving and getting rid of things that no longer serve me. So, if I have to say there's 3 things I'm excited about, going on this journey for, it's definitely downsizing, finally tackling that issue of holding on to things that no longer serve me purpose. Traveling, of course, like, hello, like, that is the whole point of this. And then thirdly, like, renovating. I am super excited to renovate this 1986 Chevy Mallard mobile home. Like, I'm so excited to renovate this RV. Like, I've been getting so many ideas and just like watching so many YouTube videos and blogs about travelers, people who live in RVs and travel full time. Like, I am so excited to do that. And I want to give a shout out to a couple of people. I want to give a shout out to my friends, Zaina and Regina, for just always, having my back with all my crazy ideas that are not really crazy, but just, just being supportive to me. I want to give a shout out to my uncle, EJ, who has always been there for me. He actually came with me to pick up the RV. I was super scared to drive that joint back to Boston from New Hampshire because I have never driven anything that huge. And I'm just like, this is not just a car. It is my new house. So I need to be careful. Like, that was, you guys, I was shaking in my boots, especially going on the highway. Actually, it was worse when I came into the city. I was like, I was afraid about the highway. The highway was nothing. Like, the highway, everybody's just minding their business. The city is what I needed to be afraid of. These narrow streets, the double parking on both sides. Like, that's what I needed to, be cautious of and nervous of. And once I actually got into the city, I was like, oh no, this is a problem. But I, got that all taken care of because I have a couple of courses coming up where I am going to be learning all the ins and outs of RVs, backing up, just taking like literal driving courses so I can be completely, confident in my driving of my new RV. And I want to give a shout out to JTL because she went with me to go see a couple of RVs and, was just very supportive and like, go with your heart. Like, I needed that little talk, because I was just like, I don't know what to do. Should I get this one? Should I get that one? Should I get that one? Like, I was just all over the place, and she was just very calm and being like, just go with your heart. And then once I made the purchase, very like excited for me, like, dang girl, you said you was going to do this and you did that. Like, you did it. So shout out to those handful of peoples. If I forgot anyone, please, don't come at my neck. Like, it's just, a lot of excitement. My thoughts and everything are running like a mile a minute. My cousin Kalia, definitely want to shout out my cousin Kalia. She has been very supportive too, from Georgia, just like talking to me about things. Like, actually, if I'm gonna be 1,000% honest, she was telling me, I want to say in 2018 or maybe 2019, like a couple years ago, that this was like her idea. And I feel like I went with that idea and I just like went with it. But shout out to her because she always has the best ideas as well. And we always bounce ideas off of one another. And it's always good to have like, a supportive member, a supportive person that you can do that with. So shout out to her. I love all of you guys. I thank you so much. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. I will be coming out with more content, especially, about the RV. If you guys, want to hear it, how my progress is going, the places that I plan on going to and traveling to, and, the renovations. So let me know, share this episode, like on Facebook, comment, and I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening. Bye.